Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear me today. There is no growth in your comfort zone. Nothing. If you feel safe, if you feel cozy, if you feel like everything's going just the way you like it, it's time for a wake-up call. Because when you're comfortable, you're not moving, you're not growing, just existing. Growth begins where comfort ends. That's a truth many of us try to avoid because we're wired to seek comfort, safety, and stability. It's natural. We find comfort in routines, in the familiar, and in what we can control. But here's the reality. If you're comfortable, you're not growing. In fact, you're likely stagnating. The moment you find yourself too at ease, you've reached a point where growth is no longer happening. You may feel secure, but you're not evolving into the person you meant to become. The truth is, growth happens when you step out of that cozy space. When you venture into the unknown, when you challenge yourself, that's when the magic begins. Think about the times in your life when you've truly grown. I bet it wasn't when you were sitting back, relaxed, and enjoying what was easy. It was when you faced something new, something uncertain. Maybe you took on a new job, moved to a new place, or had to speak in front of a crowd. Whatever it was that made you feel uneasy, unsure, and maybe even scared. And that's exactly the point. Growth starts in that place of discomfort. Every single time you embrace discomfort, you expand your horizons. You learn new things about yourself, your capabilities, and your limits. The person you are today, the one that's reading this, is not the same person you were yesterday. And the person you will become tomorrow is the one who dares to step outside their comfort zone today. It's a constant journey of discomfort. It takes you one step closer to realizing your full potential. In fact, the only way to discover what you're truly capable of is to push yourself beyond what you think you can do. You might think you're at your limit. You might believe that you've reached the edge of your abilities, but I promise you that your true potential lies just a little further, beyond the boundaries of comfort. If you keep repeating the same actions in the same environments, you'll never discover the full extent of what you can accomplish. The magic happens when you take the first step into the unknown. And it's not always easy. In fact, it's often downright difficult. Stepping into the unknown can make you feel vulnerable, uncertain, and afraid. That's where the real test lies. The difference between those who grow and those who don't is how they handle that discomfort. Some retreat, running back to the safety of their comfort zones, while others press forward, embracing the challenge even though the path ahead is unclear. It's in that space of uncertainty where your true strength is forged. You see, the discomfort you feel when you're pushing yourself is actually a sign of progress. It's an indication that you're breaking through barriers, challenging old beliefs, and stretching beyond the limits of what you thought was possible. When you resist that discomfort, when you avoid it, you're choosing to remain the same. But when you choose to lean into that discomfort, when you step boldly into the unknown, you're choosing to grow, to evolve, and to uncover the greatness that lies within you. This is the essence of personal development. It's not about staying where you're comfortable. It's about pushing the boundaries of what you know and taking steps that make you feel uneasy. The journey of growth is never easy, but it's always worth it. Every uncomfortable step is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself, toward realizing the incredible potential that's been inside you all along. Fear is often seen as something to avoid, something that holds us back, something that tells us to stop and turn around. But what if fear is not the enemy we think it is? What if it's actually the very signal we need to push forward, to take that leap, to step into the unknown? In fact, fear is not a roadblock, it's a guidepost pointing us in the direction of something greater than ourselves. When you feel fear, it's a sign that you're on the verge of something amazing, something that has the potential to change your life. Think about it for a moment. Every significant accomplishment, every breakthrough in human history has been accompanied by fear, whether it's starting a new business, taking a risk, speaking your truth, or stepping into a new chapter of life. Fear always shows up. It's not a coincidence. Fear is the body's natural response to something that's unfamiliar, something that challenges our current state. But rather than avoiding it, we should learn to embrace it. The truth is, the moments we fear the most are often the moments that hold the key to our growth and success. Fear is not a sign to turn back. It's a sign that you're on the edge of growth. It's the push you need to propel you forward. It's telling you that what you're about to do is important, that it matters, and that it has the potential to make a significant impact. When you feel fear, it means you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and that is where transformation happens. If you're not feeling any fear, you're probably playing it safe, staying in a place that doesn't challenge you and avoiding the opportunities that can truly take you to the next level. Too often we see fear as a barrier, something that holds us back from reaching our goals. We think it's a signal to stop, to retreat, to protect ourselves. But in reality, fear is just a message from within, telling us that we're close to something extraordinary. Fear comes up because we're about to stretch beyond what we've known, and that stretch can lead us to places we've only dreamed of. The trick is not to run from it, but to lean into it, to use it as fuel, to keep going when everything inside you is telling you to quit. When you feel fear, remember this. It means you're growing. It means you're challenging yourself. It means you're moving towards something that's going to change your life for the better. So instead of allowing fear to paralyze you, allow it to motivate you. Turn it into energy that propels you forward. Fear can be the catalyst that drives you to take action, to make bold decisions, and to keep moving toward your goals even when the path isn't clear. We all experience fear. No one is exempt. But it's how we respond to it that makes all the difference. You can either let it control you, or you can take control of it. You can use fear to become stronger, more focused, and more determined. Fear doesn't have to be a force that stops you. It can be the very thing that launches you into the next phase of your journey. So the next time you feel fear, instead of backing down, ask yourself, what am I about to do that's so big, so important that fear is showing up to try to stop me? Embrace that fear, acknowledge it, and use it to fuel your journey forward. Because right on the other side of that fear lies everything you've been waiting for. We often think that success requires us to make huge, dramatic changes all at once. We look at people who have achieved great things and assume they made some grand leap or took a giant risk that set them apart. But in reality, the path to success is rarely paved with giant steps. Instead, it's built on small, consistent actions that over time lead to enormous transformation. The secret to lasting change is not making one giant leap, but rather taking small steps, one after another, that gradually lead you toward your goals. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the idea of having to change everything in your life all at once. We live in a world that's obsessed with instant results, where we're constantly reminded of how much we should accomplish. Social media and success stories can create a false sense that everything happens in a single moment. But the truth is, the most impactful and sustainable changes come from incremental progress. Every small action you take, no matter how seemingly insignificant, is a step in the right direction. And when you keep moving forward, no matter how small the steps, they accumulate into something much bigger than you ever imagined. Consider this: a small step today can snowball into a big leap tomorrow. It may not feel like much in the moment, but every small effort compounds and adds up. Maybe it's deciding to wake up 15 minutes earlier to work on a personal goal. Maybe it's committing to learn something new each day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. These small acts don't feel monumental, but over time they add up to a significant transformation. The key is consistency, not perfection. Small steps also help you build momentum, which is one of the most powerful forces when it comes to achieving success. Momentum is created when you keep moving forward, even if it's only a little bit at a time. Each small victory gives you the confidence and energy to take the next step. The more you act, the more you believe in your ability to succeed. It's a cycle that builds upon itself, and before you know it, you've made incredible progress. Additionally, small steps allow you to avoid burnout and frustration. If you try to make huge changes all at once, you're likely to overwhelm yourself and set yourself up for failure. The pressure to accomplish everything in a short period of time can lead to exhaustion and disappointment. Small steps, however, are manageable and realistic. They keep you moving forward without the unrealistic expectation of perfection. And when you encounter setbacks, and you will, small steps give you the flexibility to adjust without losing sight of your ultimate goal. The beauty of small steps is that they create a steady path toward growth. They allow you to build habits, develop resilience, and foster a mindset of progress rather than perfection. As you continue to take these small steps, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. The big changes you've been working toward won't seem so distant anymore. The small steps you took will have added up to something substantial, something meaningful, and something that will last. So the next time you feel like you need to make a huge leap to achieve your dreams, remember this: small steps lead to big change. Trust the process. Take it one step at a time, and before you know it, you will be standing exactly where you want to be. The road out of your comfort zone is not an easy one. It's filled with obstacles, challenges, and moments of doubt. But it is precisely these struggles that build resilience, the ability to withstand adversity, bounce back from setbacks, and continue moving forward. Resilience is the muscle you develop when you face difficulties head-on and refuse to give up, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. The more you push through the hard times, the stronger you become, not just in your actions, but in your mindset and confidence as well. When you step out of your comfort zone, you're bound to encounter discomfort. The very nature of growth requires you to confront the unfamiliar, to take on things that challenge you, and to push past the limits of what you know. But it's in these moments of discomfort that resilience is formed. Each time you face a fear or an obstacle and decide to keep going, you are strengthening your inner resolve. It's like a muscle that gets stronger every time you use it, and eventually you develop the strength to face even bigger challenges with confidence. There's a misconception that resilience is something you're born with, that some people just have a stronger ability to handle adversity than others. The truth, however, is that resilience is a skill, one that is built over time. It's something you can develop through practice and perseverance. Every time you push through a setback, whether it's a failure, a disappointment, or a challenge that seems insurmountable, you're building that skill. You learn that failure is not the end, but rather a stepping stone towards success. You learn that even in the face of hardship, you have the strength to keep going. Resilience doesn't mean you won't experience pain or frustration. It doesn't mean you won't feel overwhelmed or tempted to quit. In fact, resilience means feeling all of that and still choosing to press on. The road to success is not a straight line, and there will be times when you want to throw in the towel. But it's in those very moments that resilience kicks in. It's in those moments that you dig deep and find the strength to keep moving forward, one step at a time, no matter how hard it may seem. And with each challenge you overcome, your confidence grows. You begin to realize that you're capable of handling more than you ever thought possible. The more you stretch yourself and push through discomfort, the more you learn about your own strength. Your belief in yourself becomes unshakable because you've seen what you can accomplish when you refuse to give up. You start to see setbacks not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth. You begin to approach challenges with a mindset that says, I can handle this. I've done it before and I'll do it again. Ultimately, resilience isn't just about surviving tough times, it's about thriving despite them. It's about coming out on the other side of adversity stronger, wiser, and more confident than ever before. The more you push through, the more resilient you become, and the more equipped you are to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Every step you take, no matter how difficult, adds to the foundation of strength and confidence that will carry you through the rest of your journey. Believing in yourself is one of the most powerful choices you can make. Too often we wait for others to validate our potential, to give us permission to believe we're capable of great things. But here's the truth. No one will ever believe in you as much as you do. The key to success, to overcoming obstacles, and to achieving your dreams lies in the trust you place in yourself and your abilities. When you believe in yourself, you unlock a power that not only propels you forward, but also shapes the way the world responds to you. Confidence is contagious. When you trust yourself and act with belief in your abilities, it sends a message to the world around you that you are capable, that you have something valuable to offer. This confidence attracts opportunities, people, and situations that align with your vision. It's a magnetic force that draws success toward you because the energy you project is one of certainty, strength, and unwavering belief. The world doesn't respond to your doubts or insecurities. It responds to the confidence you radiate. However, believing in yourself isn't about being perfect or knowing everything. It's not about having all the answers or never making mistakes. In fact, part of believing in yourself is accepting that failure is a part of the journey. It's understanding that mistakes don't define you, but rather how you rise from them. Every time you get back up, every time you push through doubt and continue moving toward your goals, you are proving to yourself that you have what it takes. And with each step, your belief in yourself deepens, and so does the world's belief in you. Self-belief is the foundation on which all success is built. When you believe in yourself, you stop seeking external validation. You no longer need others to tell you that you're good enough or capable enough because you've already made that decision for yourself. This inner strength allows you to take risks, try new things, and challenge yourself in ways that would be impossible if you were constantly waiting for others to give you permission. The more you trust yourself, the more you push past your fears and take bold actions toward your dreams. Trusting in your abilities is also about recognizing your worth and understanding that you have unique gifts to share with the world. Everyone has something special to offer. And when you truly believe in yourself, you recognize that your talents, experiences, and perspective have value. You stop comparing yourself to others and start embracing your individuality. You realize that no one else can bring exactly what you have to the table. And when you operate from this place of self-belief, you are not only empowered to pursue your goals, but also to create the impact you were meant to make. Believing in yourself is also a lifelong practice. It's not something that comes naturally for everyone, and it takes time to build. But the more you nurture that belief, the more you train your mind to focus on your strengths and potential, the more powerful it becomes. Start small, recognize your achievements, no matter how small they seem, and celebrate them. Trust in your ability to figure things out, to learn, and to grow. As you keep showing up for yourself, that belief will grow stronger, and you will begin to see the incredible things you are capable of accomplishing. At the end of the day, it all comes down to you. No one else can walk your path, face your challenges, or live your life. The only person who can truly propel you forward is you. And that starts with believing in yourself. When you trust your potential, you give yourself permission to rise, to take on challenges, and to pursue your dreams without fear or hesitation. The world will respond to that confidence, and doors will begin to open in ways you never imagined. So trust yourself, believe in your abilities, and watch as you unlock the limitless possibilities that lie ahead. Life has an incredible way of offering us more than we could ever imagine, but often we limit ourselves by staying in what feels comfortable and familiar. We get so used to the routines, the places, the people, and the situations that we think are safe that we forget the vast abundance waiting for us just outside of our comfort zone. The truth is, you deserve more than the life you're settling for right now. You deserve the opportunities, the experiences, and the growth that can only be found when you dare to step into the unknown. We all have dreams, desires, and goals deep within us that we sometimes keep hidden because we're afraid of what might happen if we pursue them. We fear failure, rejection, or the discomfort that comes with making big changes. But the fact is, nothing worth having ever comes without effort, and nothing extraordinary comes from staying in the safe zone. To experience the richness of life, you have to be willing to step beyond the boundaries of what feels familiar and embrace the uncertainty of the unknown. When you do, you open doors to experiences, people, and opportunities that you never thought possible. The life you're living right now, the one that feels comfortable and predictable, is just a fraction of what you could have. It's easy to get caught up in the belief that what you have now is enough, but deep down, you know there's something more calling you. You know there's a part of you that wants to reach higher, go further, and experience greater things. The abundance you're seeking is already out there waiting for you to claim it. But it's only accessible if you're willing to leave behind the comfort of what you know. This isn't about taking reckless risks or abandoning everything that's important to you. It's about being willing to challenge yourself, to embrace change, and to trust that you are worthy of what lies beyond your current circumstances. You've spent enough time playing small, staying in environments that don't push you, and settling for less than you deserve. You were made for more, and until you step out of the familiarity that confines you, you'll never know just how much the world has to offer. The hardest part is often the first step. It's the moment when you decide that you no longer want to accept what's in front of you as your only option. It's deciding that you're ready to push through the discomfort, to face the fear, and to trust that what awaits you on the other side is worth the leap. You have everything it takes to step into that abundance, but you have to believe that you deserve it. You have to believe that you are worthy of success, happiness, love, and every opportunity that comes your way. When you step outside of your comfort zone, you not only open the door to new opportunities, but you also learn more about yourself. You discover your true potential, your resilience, and your ability to rise above the challenges you face. You start to see that you are capable of so much more than you ever imagined, and that realization is a powerful catalyst for change. The more you push yourself, the more you grow, and the more you experience the richness that life has to offer. You deserve everything that's outside your comfort zone, the growth, the experiences, the joy, and the success that come with embracing new challenges and stepping into the unknown. Life is full of abundance, and it's waiting for you to claim it. Don't settle for less when you were made for more. The world is full of possibilities, and it's time for you to step into your greatness.